Welcome back to the studios. I want to talk about something. I've been thinking about it since Monday night, and since I'm in Central Time Zone, I could watch the whole game. I could have been Eastern too. It just would have been an hour harder. But yeah, I thought the all in all the game between LSU and Clemson, the Natty Championship, uh, I was really disappointed in the second half. And You know, I want to say LSU is a great team. They prolific team. Kirk Herbstreit said that he was. The bar was raised in his criteria he uses to uh, evaluate offenses, analyze offenses, and it was a great game. But uh, I was really disappointed that Skalski got ejected. And rules are rules. He did lower his head, and I'm kind of surprised I hadn't heard a lot of people complaining about it. Everybody, I guess, LSU is such a great champion this year, and they are, in my opinion. If you look at Burrow's numbers and just their whole team, their uh, their defense, uh, you know, deserves a lot of credit for confusing Trevor Lawrence. I think, but when it comes to Clemson, they say defense wins championships. And, what a time to lose the quarterback of your defense, but in a championship game. And, Skalski was just playing football. And, he's running from, it looked like he's linebacker, from the second level to the third level, trying to help out on a tackle. If his shoulder pad hits the guy instead of the top of his head, it's okay, more than likely. And it was a good call, but it really changed the whole game because if LSU, because at the time it was 28-25, Clemson had come back, and I remember getting the feeling that Clemson had a chance to win the game, and especially after getting a stop when LSU got the ball to begin the second half, and then they come down and score, get the extra two. All the momentum was with Clemson, and when Skalski got ejected, and I thought another thing that was interesting, there was no flag on the play. The guys up in the booth uh, looked at it and stopped play, and anyway ejected him from the game. And anyway, when that happened, that gave LSU, first down and good field position, and they go down and score, and the rest is history. And when they put in Jake Venables, and he's got a lot of potential, but the game Skalski was having was a great game. You can tell he was really well prepared uh, for LSU's offense, and I was just kind of disappointed because when Skalski left the game, it was obvious LSU was going to win. There was still a whole quarter to go, so hats off to LSU, um, for being an undefeated national champion. But I wish they'd look at those rules a little bit. Um, because years ago, you know, they'd call that spearing. But of course, this isn't years to go, and they do say if you lower the head, but maybe they could change it. But I know it's all for safety too. It's one of those things. Can't really talk a whole lot about rules that are for the safety of the players. But in that case, Skalski was the one that was probably under more danger because it was his neck. Because he hit the other guy, uh, you know, in the chest or chest area. But maybe if they wouldn't eject him for hitting below the neck or something, because it certainly wasn't a malicious hit. They were just playing football. But anyway, So I was disappointed with the national championship game in that regard. Uh, but it's all finally over. And I'm really looking forward to playing Charlotte first game of the year.